voice, you got to turn your computer down. There's like real bad feedback.
Okay.
Check. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can. I can't.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I don't know, brother. Uh, yeah, usually they let me change some settings or something. It's just
We gonna go back to you. We gonna Dr. J. What's happening, my brother?
Peace, family. How y'all doing?
Right. How you doing?
please, what's going on with you?
Doing well. What's happening with y'all?
All right. We
Mhm.
chill. You just finished smoking or something, man?
Nah, man, I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good. I'm actually sitting here working on some homework with my dog.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. What's going on, brother? What's your question?
So I've been recently watching, been following you, Brother Rich, for a while, and then started watching you, uh, going back, watching old videos with Rod and stuff, and got a lot of questions. But one question I've been wanting to get answers from is, what would you say is the best way to trace your etymology? You know, like I got families that's got a direct lineage to the Gullahs and to the Choctaw. And so it's like, what would you say is the best way for me to like not just trace it, but also even like in my family so that they could want to help me trace it as well?
Well, one of the things that waking it up in your family. Most of us family members is not interested. Most
Facts.
of them, you can put them on an army of wild horses to drag them through the mud to try to get them. They're not waking up. They're not gonna wake up until the ones who wake up get the benefit of waking up, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I could have woke up." So, but the best thing for you to do is find the oldest people in your family to talk to and go over their story, and it's going to tell you where they was from, what they did. It's going to give you information that's going to give you leads to look in geography and find out what tribe was situated where. You know, so a lot of it is talking to your elders, and a lot of the elders, like a lot of our elders, and crossed over. But we got a lot of centenarians still here, and most of us know somebody in the family that's 100 years old, but we don't talk about it. You know, 85, 90 years old, but we don't talk about it. They still here. They experience all of that stuff from 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to the 2000s, and they still here, right? And we don't want to talk to them because, you know, we was raised up, that old fool don't know nothing. They know all of it. They lived it. And they seen the different classifications, the reclassifications, the all of that being taken place, the benefits that was our birthright be given to other people. They watched it with their own eyes. Everybody that's 100 years old is a walking codex of information. You just have to learn how to question them to get to the part of the information you need the most, but it's there.
So I probably should record the conversations and
Yeah,
write notes down.
yeah. Because now you can go back, you can review it over and over, you can hear it in their voice. And not only that, in 5 generations, you'll be able to play the recording for your great grandchildren.
Mm.
We about to be old as hell because they coming out with the telomeres, which is a pill that extend the telomeres on the genes that allow you to recover from illnesses that are like it's almost a miracle, but it ain't a miracle. Then they got the med beds coming. They got the healing pods. I call them the healing chamber, but they call them the healing pods. You know, different stuff like that. So, that information, as much as you can gather from the elders now, and you can have information to share with the posterity of the future, because we done went through some real tumultuous times in this 500-year protracted struggle against these foreigners. And we so clouded by the enemy that we don't even know who the real enemy is.
Yes, sir.
You know, they look like us, but they ain't us. And they point to somebody else saying that's the enemy.
Mm. Hey,
Absolutely.
thanks for the question, Dr. J.
Thank you so much. You all be safe and may peace be upon you.
All right, brother. Peace. All right, shout out to that brother right there. Let's we got Anunnaki Ra.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What's good with you, guy? What's good?
I had a question, man. I just want to say I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do. I'm kind of new to the channel. I just started about 2 months ago, but I'm from Chicago, and what hit me was, when Rod say I'm Mississippi clay dirt walking, cause my grandma from Mississippi, she from Tutwiler, Mississippi. My grandfather from Jackson, Mississippi, and then that's on my mom's side, and then I got my on my pop's side, they Gualagichi, but her last name is Manuel. But we don't have the hyphen L. So kind of what I want to ask was, how do I understand that information? Because she said her father was a healer and he used to heal with his hands, the Manuel side. Now she said her father would always tell her when she was younger that their name was Manuel, and it was always a hyphen and an EL. So I'm just trying to understand that they kind of indoctrined by religion and Christianity. My grandmother was she was a teacher for 35 years for the Chicago Public School District. So they kind of indoctrined in that. And anytime I try to ask her really about her history or anything like that, she got a lot of pictures, and it's of a lot of prevalent people. They all got suits on, they ain't not no slaves or none of that. And we can go back to like the 1890s, 1890s, 1880s, and it's just a lot of people of prominence. So I'm just trying to understand how I can pull that information, kind of like the last question bro asked. How
Yeah.
can I get that information?
You need to do the search on the name because somebody in your family changed your name to match a biblical name. The name Emmanuel or Manuel is how we pronounce it because we never pronounced in our original language the vowel before the consonant. So we would
Okay.
see the vowel before the consonant. If it's not a double vowel, no vowel will get pronounced. That's how we spoke. So when they saying Emmanuel, they just gonna say Manuel or Manuel
Right.
because of the linguistics that we are genetically predisposed to. And Manuel mean God with us, which goes straight to your grandfather being a healer with the power of touch, right? That mean that he was probably a Hayoka high chief. It's the closest thing that you could study to understand what he was, but he was from a different tribe than the ones who called themselves Hayoka. But all of the tribes have a priest class in their tribe. In your tribe, in your historical record, your grandfather was a healer, a medicine man, just like mine was. My mother's father was the one of the most prominent healers on the land until he passed away in the late 60s.
Mm.
Right. And so all of his um, um, clients, they came from all parts of the country. So he was known,
All right.
and this is a cultural phenomenon that many of us overlook when we do our research because it tells you when you running across ancestors, Sonny Boy and them, Sonny Boy was the chief. And they tell you about Sonny Boy, Son Williams, and all of these different names. The son mean the chief. He's represented as the light of the family by calling him Sonny,
Mm,
right? And we get the modern understanding of it, and we thinking 5%. Maybe it just sons you. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the
right.
same. You know what I'm saying? It's the old ways that we used to do things coming into birth in the new age of how we do things currently, and then you gotta make the connection between the two. So your family's name, Manuel, they was telling y'all that it was a high priest or a high chief in your family who they gave that name to first.
Mm.
Mm,
So trace the name
right.
back, you're gonna find where they changed the name. And the name of the one that they changed was the one that they was saying was a manifestation of the force of God in the human body.
Mm.
See, it's weird though, just because my grandmother's mother.
Hey, Anunnaki Rob, we're gonna have to get to the next question, so I just want to let you know that, you know, but you can say something real quick,
No,
but I'm gonna have to, yeah.
no. Yeah. So my grandmother's mother, she got married to this 80-year-old man, which was my great grandfather, and that's how they got the Manuel name. So last question. Where do you think the last name Sims come from? You think that got any correlation with the Seminoles?
Yeah, it's actually the name
That's my
Simmons.
grandmother's last name on my
Right.
mama's side.
It's a Latin term. Seminole is not a tribal name. It's the name that the invaders gave us.
Right. She
We
is
was
light
calling
skinned
that
too.
this the same as the Gullah War and the Seminole War, the same war. If the native is telling it, it's called the Gullah War. If the
Right.
invader is telling it, it's called the Seminole War.
Mm.
They say we were runaway slaves. We telling them we ain't never been nobody's slave. So now when the youth get it, they don't know how to distinguish who telling the story and who was the slave and who wasn't.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate the call, Anunnaki Ra.
Y'all be safe, man. Appreciate y'all.
You too, my brother. Peace.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep this thing moving. Shout out to that brother right there. Let's get a sister on here. I see we got Ash in the back. What's going on, Ash? What's your question, sister?
Peace. What's up? What's good? How you guys doing?
All right.
Good. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rod? I always love when I catch your shows, man. You always bring in that knowledge, that fire. I always feel so enlightened.
Oh, I'm glad I can help.
So my question is, do you guys have an event? I know, Rod, you have an event coming up, but do you guys have something that you are planning together anytime soon or in 2025?
The only event that I got is gonna be close to home. I think one of the family down in Detroit want me to come down there, but I don't have. Right now I can't go distance.
Yeah.
Right. So I got to do whatever I do. It's got to be shuttle close, like almost.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Real close to where you at.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to tell you happy birthday, Black Magic, or Brother Rich.
Yo, Rod, yesterday was my birthday, Rod.
Man. On the eclipse?
Yeah, on the eclipse.
On the eclipse, right?
Yeah.
That's some powerful energy right there. That's some powerful energy.
Yesterday was a great day for me internally. Oh, it felt like heaven on earth. I felt good yesterday, y'all. Felt good.
That's what's up.
Felt good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I just.
Any other questions, Ash? Any other questions before we get up?
No. I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, happy birthday. I love the show, Rod. I love whenever you're on. I appreciate you guys.
All right. I appreciate the call.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. All right. Shout out to Ash calling in. Let's get to another caller. Let me see. We got about 15 minutes left, 15, 20 minutes. Let's see if the brother Jamal, if he got it together yet. Well, brother, you there?
He on mute.
You on mute, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I can hear that.
I don't know what's going on, brother. I'm gonna move away from this Bluetooth device, but I turned it off.
Why don't you turn off?
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
We have to get back to that, brother. I don't want to. We're gonna have to get back to you, brother. You still there, brother? But we're gonna get back to you. I just want to hurry up and get some more folks up in here. Let's get to we got Santos. Santos, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Yes, Santos. Is there any way?
Hey, brother Rod.
No, your audio is a little bad, Santos. Is there any way you could
Okay, how about now?
Go ahead. Let me hear you sound. Go ahead. What's your question, my brother?
Yeah, the question is on angel numbers, and I just want to ask Brother Rod, whenever you're seeing an angel number, particularly like in the sequence 111, 222, 333s, and especially when you're going through something and you know that you see something or you're doubting yourself, and then all of a sudden you see a 333, like whether it be on a car license plate or what have you. So what should you do in those moments when you're seeing in the numerology sense?
Well, okay, so the question he asked him, Brother Rich, is when you see the angel numbers, the triple digits, what you're looking at is a convergence, right? When you see in these numbers, that's the universe putting a number there to give you information, or it's like the directions on your way to from Detroit to Chicago. If you don't read the signs, you might end up anywhere. It's the same thing with the numerology, the angel numbers. The universe put these numbers up, and you got to know what the numbers mean to know what the universe telling you. So study the numbers, and you know all of the ones that mean this is a new beginning. The twos mean something that begun is now taking its next phase. The threes is mastery of some sort, right? And the fours is angel numbers. Angel on the post is 444. Angel in flight is 44. The post is just the 4. Then you got the fives, the turnaround. 5 is changing. I mean, it's about to change. 55 is changing. 555 is all the way changed. It's turned around, right? So these numbers mean stuff, but you got to know what the number means and how it relates to what you're dealing with in order for it to be useful, or else it's useless.
Indeed. Hey,
Okay.
Santos,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
All right, my brother. All right. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get to Sky. Sky, are you there? Are you there, Sky?
Yes, hi.
Hey, Sky.
Hey.
Hey, Rod, I want to ask, what is the spiritual meaning of, excuse me, I had to shut the door. What's the spiritual meaning of blood clots? Like, after I had my first son, I developed a blood clot, and it like kept leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back.
That's physiology more than spiritual, right? So it depending on where the blood clots coming at, but it's normally a health related issue right after birth when you have recurring blood clots. But once you know what the cause of the clotting is, then you can start to read what the spiritual signature that underlies either the part of the body or the limb or wherever the clot is settling at. You can then translate, but without knowing like the cause of the clot, you can't translate. You need the cause, the location. It's just like GPS, right? It's the 3 parts to triangulate in on what the cause is.
Okay, yeah, because it's in the right leg, but they did blood testing and they said it could have came from pregnancy because they said they don't see that it came from like a factor 5 or anything like that, so they don't even know.
So normally what's happening with the pregnancy, if the pregnancy is triggering blood clots, is that your child's DNA and your DNA is clashing and you clot to contain it if it's directly related to the birth.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
All right. Thanks for the call, sis.
All right, Rob, peace.
All right. All right, let's get to we got Tamara. Let's get to another sister. We got Tamara here. Tamara, what's going on, Tamara? Tamara, you on mute. You on mute, Tamara. Tamara, you on mute. You have to unmute your mic.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, got you. Thank you. All right. Hi, how you doing, Brother Rich? How you doing?
How you
doing? Sweetie?
Question here. Okay, I've been doing some automatic writing.
Yeah, the raw material.
Oh shit! Damn.
What can you tell me about the raw material? Because I did like some automatic writing. I did it like 3 times, and then all of a sudden I kept getting raw here and there. And then I spoke with someone else. They had the same experience. And then that's when I looked up videos, everything. And then all of a sudden it just came up with the raw material and how a lady was able to channel the ancient astronaut and talking about the long one.
Yeah, so they had the lady laying in hypnosis with, I think, the Bible over her head while she channeled the raw messages, right? They're also got a set of material called the Seth material that's done pretty much the same way. right?
Jane Roberts.
Right. So these are channels of thought forms that's still in the ethers that's always been there. And what they're doing is you becoming a conduit by which this energy can express itself, right? When you talk about Ra as an energy, we talking about for lack of a better way, the UV rays. They are the coding system for the upgrades of the planet that comes in cycles. As you move close to the cycles, somebody somewhere on the planet is going to tap into the frequency to download the raw energy again. This is the temple priests of ancient Atlantis, ancient Kemet, ancient India. The temple priests used to do it in seclusion. Now we are moving to a collective awakening where all of the knowledge cannot be concentrated on one individual in one location, and the world have to revolve around that individual. Now we go into what's like open source data where everybody can tap into the great egregore or the universal mind. And according to your genetic frequency, you will be able to download the information that the universe has tailor-made for every individual.